When you have selected a contact center as your partner, now you're planning on acquiring new customers, retaining your customers, it's very important that this new relationship, this new match, often organized by Epic Connections, by the way, starts on the right foot, and that all of the things you're expecting from your contact center are actually being delivered. Now that's why I'm visiting with Tom Beam. Tom is in charge of partner relationships. That means he communicates with all the contact centers on a regular basis in behalf of the customers, the brand managers, the marketing departments, and so on, that are counting on those contact centers to get the job done. Tom, thanks for joining me. What is the essence of the initial process? How do you make sure these contact centers are doing the right job?
Well, Lynn, through my experience, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and we identify, who the contact centers are that are going to be the best fit for our clients.
Right.
And then after that selection is done,
yes,
we stay involved, and it's absolutely mission critical that we're involved in the first 90 days.
Yes.
We're going to know if a program is successful, and that's where it's going to fail if it's not.
Do most programs start out strong and then falter, or are they most of them pretty easily unfolding correctly, or how does it go typically?
Well, typically, because we align them with call centers that have the experience that they're looking for.
The right contact center, so it goes better than if you didn't, right?
It goes better than usual.
Yeah.
I mean, but there are times where there are some challenges.
Sure. And are those challenges typically with the training or the frontline agents, or the matchup and chemistry between supervisors and the marketing directors, or what are potential danger points, so to speak?
There's a variety.
Okay.
It can be from an agent level. It can be from a reporting level.
Okay, sure. Those reports are critical.
You got to have reports. So, and it also can be from a communication level.
Yeah.
Where they're not communicating back to the client or to the customer.
Right, because some of these marketing directors, they want to get emails every day. Others just want to get an occasional phone call. Everybody's got their personal nuances. What about the technology piece? I mean, do some contact centers, do they actually have the technology that the clients are looking for, or do you have to get in there and make sure they're using it or leveraging the technology? What about all that?
Well, we usually find that out before the selection.
Yeah, probably.
We're going to find that out beforehand, make sure we hit those requirements. But in the event that they require new technology that we didn't undercover, we'll make those recommendations as well.
And that can happen because people are interested in this chat and some of the social media stuff, and it's hard to know exactly what you will be wanting from your contact center in 3 to 6 months, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, business changes, and we're always evolving. So technology changes. Things that were used 5 years ago are obsolete. So
absolutely.
They have to continue to change, or a continuous improvement process.
Yeah. Now, how about the relationships that are seemingly going well? Do you periodically check in with the clients or the contact centers and see how things are going and probe a little bit to make sure that everything is always evolving and improving, or after the first kind of the launch, then we don't worry about it much anymore? How does it go?
Oh, we're always involved.
Yeah.
We expect it to go well. So we're going to be involved.
That's a good attitude.
That's what we do.
Yeah. And you're a very experienced guy. You know what to be looking for, and if something is going awry, you would know it first off, or right off the bat. Now, I know this process, you've been doing it intuitively for many years, but I guess it's been now renamed or branded Epic Launch. Is that correct? Tell me a little bit about the Epic Launch process.
Well, the Epic Launch is a new brand for us, but we've been doing it for a long time.
Okay. Right.
Just kind of branding it now.
Yeah, so people understand that there's actually a formal approach towards it. It's not just a shoot from the hip or anything like that, right?
There is a formal approach. Not every model fits every client.
Yeah.
So we have to bend and tweak it to meet the client's needs, but there's a formal approach. And it varies, Lynn, by the program, whether it's an inbound program or it's an outbound program.
Tell me a little bit more about that. That's fascinating.
Well, there's different requirements needed for both.
It's a different kind of performer. I mean, outbound obviously requires a different kind of agent, a more aggressive, greater amount of woo, so to speak, a different conversion process, I assume. So I would think the training and the steps in the sales process would be varying dramatically.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a huge difference between an outbound agent and an inbound agent.
Yeah.
Inbound agents can't do outbound work.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
They can, but they're not going to be as experienced
Yeah.
or as successful.
Yeah, very few good inbound agents make the switch over to outbound. It's just it's a different breed of cat. Now, as we wrap up, let me ask you this: are contact centers striving to be more proactive, strategic partners and participate more in the overall marketing process, or are they going to become more and more operative and tactical and details and technology? What's the big trend, Tom Beam?
Well, the trend is, and what we look for in a partner is a proactive partner, someone that's going to bring solutions to problems, bring them up front before the client is even aware of them, and that's part of our job as well. Be proactive in every step of the way, offer solutions to really exceed expectations.
Yeah, that's a very important thing, and I think increasingly important here as we go into this new era with portable computing. There's a lot of confused marketing managers. They want those contact center supervisors to be making suggestions and observations about end users, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. The worst, not the worst thing, but what we don't want is the client to come in with the solution to the contact center. We need to fix this, we need to fix that. We need to be proactive and bring those to light before they even know about it.
That's right, a good deal of collaboration. Well, we're sitting here with Tom Beam from Epic Connections. He has great insight into the contact center industry. He knows what to look for to ensure that the relationship is not only productive, but always evolving, always improving. We're going from connections here at Epic Connections to collaboration. Thanks for joining us here at Epic Connections. I'm Lynn Hinderrocker.